signatures that create a lot of false positives, so we don't want to trigger them and we don't want to act on them. So another good advantage with this feature is it allows you to track the user throughout the session lifetime. Again, before this, a WAF really makes a decision based on one event. With this, Fortiweb tracks the session throughout its lifetime and makes a decision only based on when a threshold has been reached, usually based on multiple events. When it comes to false positive mitigation, this is something that we really have taken it to the next level, something that we've decided to focus a lot on, because false positives, for the ones of you that have been dealing with WAFs in the past, false positives is probably the biggest issue and threat to a WAF, because what happens is a lot of these applications create false positives, and customers would start needing to add whitelist rules or disable the signatures and so on. And what becomes really is that the security is being reduced completely because their exceptions, whitelists are being added all the time, and signatures are being disabled. So we've decided to kind of tackle that with multiple different functions. We have a very, very strong alert tuning capability, so you can create, instead of just disabling the signature, for example, if it triggered a false positive, we allow you to create and tune the signature specifically for that URL and parameter. So it's very granular exception whitelist capability. We also allow a lot of this capability to be done directly from the attack log itself. We have AutoLearn automatically allow you to create exceptions automatically. So if you enable AutoLearn, it has the capability to automatically create exception. We have a correlation feature as well, so we correlate multiple violations for one specific event, making a more accurate decision. Threat scoring that I just talked about. Obviously, we don't make a decision based on one event, but it can be multiple events, only on a specific threshold, so you make definitely a more accurate decision. And last, we've added code-based syntax analysis to SQL injection. SQL injection is probably the biggest creator of false positives with a WAF, just because SQL is such a natural language. What we've added is another layer of verification that makes sure that any SQL injection signature that is triggered goes through another verification layer, making sure it's real SQL and not just someone adding a comment, uploading to a news site, for example. So we've been able to reduce SQL injection false positives dramatically. So this is something that you should definitely talk to customers about, false positive mitigation, especially these customers that already have a WAF, had WAF in the past, they know about it, they're concerned about it. This is something that you should talk to them about. Third-party scanner, what's called virtual patching. In 2015, we made a huge effort to integrate with all the big players here. So we now partner with IBM AppScan, HP Web Inspect, White Hat, Kinetics, and Qualys. And Fortiweb can suck in the XML file, the report, the vulnerability report that your customer ran, and then automatically generate rules to protect against these vulnerabilities that have been found. The next step that we're doing is actually automating this integration as well, so you'll be able to not just manually upload the XML file, but also be able to hook into the partner solution via REST API and pull the results automatically. So Fortiweb really protects you at all layers. We've got IP reputation, denial of service protection, specifically focused on application layer, DOS attacks, protocol validation, making sure any access to application is done according to the HTTP RFC standard, HTTP signatures. We've got antivirus, DLP, again, another FortiGuard subscription. We've got the FortiGate, FortiSandbox, APT detection, integration with those two products. We've got advanced protection. We've got predefined rules for scanners, for crawlers, for scrapers, for slow attacks, and you can actually create your own very granular custom rule. And we've got behavior validation with Autoland. These are more the more important layers, security layers in the product. We've got a few others as well, if you're interested. Another a very important tool that we use on the sales side is the NSS Labs reports. Fortiweb is a recommended product by NSS Labs. This is something that customers feel very strongly about, and they look for such validation. So Fortiweb has earned a recommended rating. This is 2014, but actually there's going to be another NSS Lab test in the next few months, probably towards Q4. Q3, Q4, we'll see a new report. Fortiweb passed all the tests for evasion techniques, stability, and reliability. Obviously, the false positive detection rate is great. So if you look at the SVM that was published, Fortiweb is way up on the right side. So great value for your customers. Use this report when you're selling the solution. When it comes to competitive advantages, the main players here are the main competitors are Imperva and F5. We also see Barracuda on the low end sometimes, a little bit of Citrix as well. Fortiweb is the fastest WAF on the market today compared to any other product. We've got the fastest solution. This is part of the strategy that Fortinet has put together for all its products to be the fastest solution out there. We're the only WAF that can integrate with FortiGate, Next Generation Firewall, and Sandbox. We're the only WAF with an integrated vulnerability scanner and an integrated antivirus. Industry-first WAF features such as scoring, tracking, syntax analysis for SQL injections that I mentioned before. And we've got the best management, best product management out there. So false positive tuning, no other product has the capabilities that Fortiweb offers. Day-to-day operations is the easiest with this product, especially with upgrades and so on. As you guys know, the Fortinet solution upgrade process is very, very easy. And when it comes to TCO, we've got the lowest TCO compared with F5 and Imperva. So for you as partners, why sell application security? Why sell Fortiweb? First of all, PCI compliance for credit card processing. That's a major thing. If you're processing credit cards on your applications, you need a WAF. Fortiweb is your solution. This is a hot topic for customers, especially with the recent high-profile targets and attacks in the last few years. Application weaknesses are the top issues for breaches, as you can see from the Verizon reports and others. Gartner predicts 80% will have a WAF. 80% of your customers will have a WAF. So your customers are looking for these solutions now. You're leaving money on the table if you're not talking to them about it. And it's very easy to position Fortinet and expand your sales if you're already existing FortiGate customer, especially because of the different integration points, the look and feel of the product, and so on. And expanding your customer base and customer stickiness, if you're able to sell Fortiweb for an existing FortiGate customer, you're making sure that this customer sticks with you because of that type of integration that he's not going to get with any other solution. He's not going to replace this kind of solution. With additional resources, we've got white papers, we've got solution guides and brief deployment guides and positioning guides and responses. Everything you need is on our portal. Work with your sales representatives if you need anything else. And I think we have a little bit of time to just do a quick demo and show you the latest features. I want to start off with actually looking at first of all at false positive mitigation for SQL injection. This is very, very easy. As you can see here, you've got another column, and you can just enable it for SQL injection for whichever database you're interested in, whichever dictionary. Again, what this does is adds another validation layer if a SQL injection signature is triggered, making sure that the request that triggered the violation is SQL and not just free writing by someone that's adding a comment on your website. The other thing is threat scoring. Threat scoring is enabled here. So you would want to first enable it here, and then you can actually enable it at the category level. So you can enable it for process scripting, for SQL injection. You can decide what to enable it for. A very important